Hey, what's up guys? Click from Epic Tech here. Welcome back to another video, and today I want to show off the RTX 5050 in a budget PC. The PC doesn't look like a budget PC, but yes, it's definitely a budget PC. So this was originally a $370 computer that I built with a 1660 Super in there, and I decided to purchase a RTX 5050 just to kind of see how it would perform. We're on Fire Strike with like 130, 140, 150. It's going, it's going, it's going, it's gone. Who said this graphics card was trash? Bro, this thing is awesome. So if you're a budget gamer and you've always wanted a 4060 or 2080, this is it. RX 7600, this is it right here. Plus, you get all the Nvidia features. You get DLSS, you get your frame gen. If you want to use it, frame gen has its use cases. If you play like single player games and you just want a little more performance out of it. But the plan for this video is we're going to run some benchmarks in the budget computer, which I'll give you the specs here in a second. So while Fire Strike is running in the background, let's talk about the $400 computer, the $370 computer. Before tax, it was like $350. So most of the parts in this computer came from Amazon, brand new. Technically now the whole computer is brand new. So because we got a brand new graphics card. There was a 1660 Super in there that I bought used off of Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, man, I can't play any of the new games because there's no ray tracing on a 1660 Super because it's still a GTX card. So I'm like, what is the cheapest way I can get into the new feature set plus have ray tracing? I'm like, the RTX 5050. Yes, I know there's better options. There's the 5060, 5060 Ti, especially 16 gigabytes of graphical memory, dude. No, VRAM and GDDR6 versus GDDR7. I know that. It's okay. But this is a PCIe 4.0 system, and both of these graphics cards are PCI 5.0 by 8. Look at that, dude. So 1080p Ultra, Battlefield 5. We got a legendary score with a ultra budget gaming PC. Let's go. What are the Fortnite numbers? 1080p Ultra, 260 FPS. Oh my gosh. Red Dead Redemption 2, 115 FPS. GTA 5, 165 FPS. Apex Legends, 140 FPS. Now, those are all at ultra settings. I don't know if they're using DLSS or just like native, but if they're using native, that's amazing because you can always make it better with upscaling. So let's go over the specs of the PC. We have a RTX 5050. Focus, we need to make a video. Focus, camera. Come on, camera. Ryzen 5 3600. We have You okay, bro? Who wants my serial number? Just kidding. Don't look at that. Ta-da! All right. Let's look at the 1660 Super side of things versus the RTX 5050 side of things. Obviously, it's a big jump up in performance. So 3D Mark score went up by like 52%. Graphics score went up by 71%. So that's freaking dope to me. And the only thing that changed was the 1660 Super versus the RTX 5050. So, if you're a budget gamer, is the RTX 5050 worth it? Yeah. And I'll keep proving it with Doom the Dark Ages. Let's try Doom the Dark Ages. By the way, my favorite thing about the Nvidia part of stuff is the actual Nvidia app with the auto optimization. So you can optimize all your programs to suit your PC. It'll take account of everything. How much RAM, what processor, what graphics card, all that stuff, and it'll give you the individual settings and optimize it. And you can move the slider bar to quality or performance mode. And usually I just go with the recommended. Now there is some settings it might put on that I don't like for certain games. It might put on frame gen. Frame gen is cool in single player games, but if you're playing something online, I don't really like frame gen. But here's a crazy thing. I want to show you Marvel Rivals as well, because I ran native tests, and then I ran with frame gen, and the latency with like milliseconds, it was 2 extra milliseconds. Are you really going to notice 2 extra milliseconds? I don't. And I use a wireless mouse. I use wireless mouse, wireless keyboard, and I don't notice the latency. So I guess the first game I want to load up, Doom the Dark Ages. But while Doom is loading up here, the RTX 5050. I think this is for the guy that is entry level or just likes to upgrade every few years. There's no way that this will ever be future proof. Especially with the 8 gigabytes of VRAM, you're kind of limited to playing at 1080p in most titles. Something super old, you could probably push it to 1440p or 4K, but you know what I mean. I don't know if you ever really want to do that. But let's play some Doom the Dark Ages. And we are going to do, I wonder if I can just look at my benchmarks. Can I see what's going on here? This is with frame gen, I'm pretty sure. We're at 340 FPS. That's pretty insane. But it's super smooth, still looks good. The RTX 5050, bro, it is good. It's not gonna be good at native. Honestly, I've had a 4070, I've had the 5060 Ti, 16 gig, I've had a 7900 XT. Pretty much every graphics card I've ever owned has had to use some sort of upscaling to make it better. And yes, I know there is a difference between DLSS and the frame gen. It's two different things. DLSS is awesome. Frame gen has its use cases. No, bro, this looks dope. Now keep in mind, this is a budget system. This is now a $550 computer. Okay, let's see here. Oh, nice. So I can see my previous. Okay, so it looks like for this run, our average was 320 FPS. That's freaking dope. But what were our settings? 1080p, turn the sharpening down to just normal. And DLSS was on ultra performance. And honestly, bro, it did not look bad. So we also had the 4x frame gen. So this is probably the best case scenario you can get out of it. But I know gamers, they like eye candy, right? Yep, and we got everything on low. Let's go back here. I think, pretty sure. Boom, show details. Yeah, so this is just DLSS on quality with low settings. What was, so our average was like 90. That's, honestly, bro, 90 FPS on a budget gaming PC is amazing, especially on a brand new title that requires ray tracing. Freaking dope. Now, what is this? So we got 247 average FPS. What are the settings? We got 1080p, DLSS quality, with 4x frame gen. Everything's still on low though. So with the frame gen, it actually allows you to, you can turn up these settings. So maybe I can show that settings, boom, and I will turn it on quality, apply, yep, 4x frame gen. And if you guys think 4x frame gen is weird, let's even do 2x frame gen. And we're gonna go to medium settings, apply. Boom, what we got? So medium settings, no motion blur, because that's gross. DLSS quality, 2x frame gen, 1080p, campaign, boom. I'm going to try to play with one hand here, which is going to be kind of hard. But our FPS is going to be up here at the very top. Skip that cutscene. 150 FPS, 2x frame gen, DLSS quality. So, I'm trying to... By the way, this is with wireless peripherals, not even a controller. Pretty much moving the same time that I'm moving as well. Bang. This is dope. And we're still 140 FPS. Freaking dope, dude. Right? Oh, see, we got things flying at me. I'm dodging. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a demon. But no, this is very good. I've got no ammo. I wasted all my ammo. Let's move on to Marvel Rivals. Just kidding. I uninstalled Marvel Rivals. Well, I guess Doom the Dark Ages, it's already a pretty hard to run game. So if you're thinking about getting an RTX 5050, you can pair it with an ultra budget gaming PC. If you are considering getting a RTX 5050, it is worth it. This is probably the lowest end processor that I would actually pair it with. Just like everything else in PC gaming, if you spend more money, you're gonna get more performance. But for $550, I think this is a pretty good system. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think down below. I showed you a little bit of Fire Strike and a little bit of Doom the Dark Ages. I can do more testing if you want me to. But my name's Clay from Epic Tech. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and please stop saying the 5050 is worthless. The 5050 has a use case, and it's for 1080p. It's going to struggle at 1440p, and it's going to struggle at 4K. But yes, no, the 5050 is basically the same percentage as a 2080 or a 4060 or an RX 7600. I would not compare the 5050 to something with 12 gigabytes of VRAM or even 16 gigabytes of VRAM, because that is not a very fair comparison. The fair comparison is going from a budget graphics card, kind of like a 1660 Super, all the way up to a 5050. Huge performance, bro. Let's look where the 1660 Super is on this list. The 1660 Super is only 58% performance of the actual RTX 5050. Like I said, guys, you can use that Nvidia app to optimize the games to your PC. That is the best part about Nvidia. Now, even if you don't play games with the ray tracing enabled, but it's coming soon. A lot of these newer games are having ray tracing just kind of baked in with no off button, which I don't know if I really support that, because it kind of pushes you to upgrade. So the 5050 is freaking dope. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. My name's Clay from Epic Tech. Have a good day. Bye.